Now to a live look at blowing rock. More advisories are going in effect tonight in the higher elevation areas for the bitter cold temps that are sticking around for us. Chief Meteorologist Tara Lane is in the Pinpoint Weather Center. Tara, we're pretty used to seeing snow in the mountains, but we could see some closer to Charlotte this weekend.
It's been a while.
You can keep a close eye on those temperatures tonight and the possible snow this weekend with the Pinpoint Weather app. It's free to download in the Apple App Store and on Google Play. Some school districts are making changes for tomorrow because of the cold. Both Charlotte-Mecklenburg schools and Cabarrus County schools will be on a 2-hour delay. Follow the latest updates on our website, qcnews.com. There are some slick roads across the area. That van hitting the curb you just saw happened in Mooresville this afternoon. Transportation officials warn significant ice remains on the state's secondary roads. You can see on this map where transportation officials are highlighting icy roads for drivers. This is the Drive-NC traffic map. The snowflakes indicate where there's ice and snow on streets, including areas like Cleveland, Lincoln, and Catawba counties. We'll have details on how officials are planning to address these roads coming up in about 10 minutes. We're also seeing temperatures stay consistently cold enough that ice is forming on ponds near the Charlotte area. Officials say it is probably not thick enough to walk on, and falling into that freezing water is a serious risk. Taking a look at FlightAware now, some travel issues at Charlotte Douglas International Airport remain from this weekend's winter weather. The problems are mainly with American Airlines. Of the 130 flights at the airport canceled today, all but 5 are through American. The airline canceled almost half of its flights yesterday. To try to help with the issues, American officials are offering flight attendants double pay today if they're willing to work extra flights. A Matthews Battalion chief is in hot water following a fire last month. Peter Blach is facing charges in connection with a fire at a vacant Boston Market restaurant on East Independence Boulevard. As Queen City News reporter Jen Cardone tells us, Blach's own colleagues grew suspicious of him and launched the investigation leading to his arrest. One person is dead and 2 others are recovering after an early morning apartment fire in East Charlotte. Fire officials do not believe the death is related to that fire. They did not give details on how the person died. The fire happened shortly before 6:45 on Sharon Chase Drive, right off North Sharon-Amity Road. That fire damaged 9 apartments. The American Red Cross is helping those who lost their homes. A man is in custody, charged in the deadly weekend shooting of a DoorDash driver in West Charlotte. Officials arrested Kelvin Molina Garcia in Texas yesterday and charged him with murder. The shooting happened Saturday night on Elman Street. Investigators found John Martinez dead at the scene. Authorities say Martinez was working as a DoorDash driver at the time of the shooting. Molina Garcia is set to be extradited in the coming weeks. A Monroe man is facing kidnapping charges after investigators found him with 3 missing juveniles who were taken from a foster home. Investigators say Zaire Witherspoon kidnapped a 13-year-old who was reported missing. After his arrest, he allegedly admitted to taking the teens from the facility in Wadesboro. Authorities found the 2 other teens in Robeson and Scotland counties. Witherspoon remains in the Anson County Jail on a $500,000 bond. Mecklenburg County health officials are working to identify possible exposures after finding a 3rd measles case in the county. The patient is an unvaccinated child who is now recovering at home. There have been 14 cases in the state since December. 71% of those cases have come from unvaccinated people. Buncombe County has 6 cases, while Polk and Cabarrus counties have 2. Mecklenburg County health leaders say they've connected with the infected people to determine where they've been and who they might have been around to get anyone exposed in quarantine as soon as possible. Leaders are also issuing a notice of potential public exposure to the virus. People who attended events at Sardis Presbyterian School on January 17th might have come in contact with measles. Any unvaccinated people at the school that day should contact their healthcare provider or the county health department. The 2 Border Patrol agents who fired their weapons during the deadly shooting of a protester in Minneapolis are now on leave. Agents shot and killed Alex Preddy Saturday while detaining him. Video of that shooting is stirring controversy online. Homeland Security officials say a 3-day administrative leave for agents after an officer-involved shooting is standard policy. They say it's not disciplinary action and the agents are being paid. And now a top North Carolina Republican says Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem should be out of a job. As chief political correspondent Andy Weber reports, Senator Tom Tillis believes Noem has failed. nationwide concerns about the state of agriculture. Why farmers are saying these are some of the hardest times they've faced. You're watching Queen City News, the most honored and the most local news in Charlotte.